Oh boy, how am I going to start this one? So, World War III, okay? And for those who don't know what World War III is, it's a brand new FPS game that's trying to get itself into the marketplace and become a little bit more popular. People are comparing it to Battlefield, but I wouldn't compare it to Battlefield whatsoever. But that's going to come on later in this video. I was going to sit down and actually write out a legitimate script for this game. I thought it was going to be good to make it sound professional and neat, just to make a good looking review. But this game isn't really at the state that it should be in to make a legitimate review. It really isn't. It's very, very, very far away from being at a review state. So I'm probably just going to call this a early review and get out my early thoughts on this game, how it plays, the performance, and the price range that it's sitting at, and then I'll try to rate it for you guys just so you know if you should get it now or if you should wait a little bit, because I will be doing a legitimate review on this game once they get some more patches in and make it play just a little bit more smoother. So the FPS community has been really craving something different lately. You know, we've been stuck with Call of Duty and we've been stuck with Battlefield. Some people branch off to Rainbow Six Siege every once in a while, but really other than that, there's not really too much that offers a good gameplay experience. We've been overwhelmed with a bunch of Battle Royale games, but not everybody wants a Battle Royale title. You know, we kind of just want our good old classic game styles. But here is a game that might possibly interest you. It's called World War III, and you can find this game on the Steam Marketplace, and it's very interesting. A lot of people compared it to Battlefield, which I can see the similarities. I can see how they could think it is kind of like Battlefield, but the gameplay and the style of play is nothing compared to how Battlefield actually plays. It's honestly the complete opposite. Have you ever tried out a game called Squad? Well, Squad is pretty much a realistic military simulator. It's very, very, very realistic, and it's extremely slow-paced as well. But that's probably what I would compare World War III to. I would say it's probably a little bit more fast-paced version of Squad, and it'll make a little bit more sense, because World War III is nothing like Battlefield, and not even in the slightest possible way. And even after they completely fixed up this game, the frames run better, it's a lot smoother of an experience, the animations are better, the weapons are better. Once they perfect this game, I don't even think it will still be competition for Battlefield, because it's a very, very different style of gameplay. It's a lot slower, a lot more, you know, head glitchy, take your time, try to save your life because you die in practically 2 to 3 shots with almost every single weapon. So a lot of people, their playstyles are a lot slower, and you'll notice that as you're running throughout the maps that nobody is moving. Nobody wants to move from their position, and a lot of people group up more in teams and packs as in just running and gunning by yourself as a lone wolf, which isn't a bad thing, you know, but in Battlefield you don't really see too many people playing that playstyle. A lot of people are more aggressive, they're pushing for flags, they're trying to push the objectives, they're trying to win, but they don't even just do it as a squad, but they also do it solo as well. It's a very different experience if you're trying to compare it to a Battlefield game. So every time I see someone compare World War III to Battlefield, I get a slight little chuckle because it's humorous to me. It's very humorous because I feel like it's almost clickbait at this point, because it's not like Battlefield. Don't fall for the clickbait. If you are a Battlefield fan, you might enjoy World War III, but don't go into World War III thinking it's going to play like Battlefield. That's exactly what I did, and I hated it at first. I literally despised World War III because I was trying to play it like I was playing Battlefield, like Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1, soon to be playing Battlefield 5. Those playstyles is how I was trying to incorporate my playstyle in World War III. But it just doesn't work like that. It really does not. And you have to just take your time a little bit when you're playing World War III. Lay back a little bit, defend some objectives, push more as a team, and I think you'll enjoy the game just a little bit more, because I feel like that's what this game is strictly about. It really does have that squad feel to where your team really does matter. And if you're low on teammates, there's not really much you could do. You're probably going to get dominated, because you really do need that extra firepower in order to win a match. Without it, you're kind of pretty much on your own, especially capturing flags. Oh my god. You capture flags so slow in World War III. You cannot capture a flag by yourself, or you will be at that flag point for ages. You'll be there for hours. You need at least maybe 2 to 3 people in order to capture a point at a good speed, at a good tempo, in order for nobody to come and flank you. Now, when you do start capturing a point, the second you start capturing it, nobody else can spawn on it anymore from the other team. Nobody. Which is strange because in Battlefield you can still spawn on a flag point, I think, until they completely take it over. But in this, it's a different story. If they even take a tiniest sliver of the flag, you can no longer spawn on that flag. So I guess it kind of counters the fact that you can't really take flags that fast by yourself, but it's still a very long, annoying process. It's a very slow game. The one thing that really pleased me when I turned this game on and started playing was the customizations you can hook your weapons up with. There's a lot of customizations in this game between the grips, the long barrels, the scopes, all of them. There's just multiple choices that you could choose from to make your own unique looking gun. Like, it's probably going to be a lot more unique looking weapons in World War III than there will be in Battlefield 5. That's how many different things that you could put on these weapons. It's a lot, and if you look into it, you will see that it's plenty there that you can play around with and make your weapon look cooler. Now, I don't know if it actually changes the stats of the weapons and makes it any better or worse depending on what you put on your weapon or take off your weapon, but at the end of the day, it's a nice touch that it's so much that you can do to make your gun unique and stand out from the rest of the crowd inside the game. But then, of course, the performance. How can you play a game if the performance isn't that good? Now, the frames aren't too shabby. I don't have the most beast of a PC. I'm running it on pretty much all low right now. And I'm averaging about maybe 60 to 80 FPS. It drops constantly to 60 at certain points, but mostly it's between 70 and 80 FPS for this game specifically, which is kind of a pain in the butt because I don't really want to be running that many frames, especially on all those settings, but hey, you got to do what you got to do to play a game. Now, on top of that, it's just a very chunky and clunky feeling game. You get caught up on almost everything that you run into. It's just not fluent. It doesn't feel fluent. The weapon swappings, the ADSing, just everything. Everything about this game does not feel fluent. Now, understand, it is a early access type game. It's not in its complete release yet. So yeah, it's going to be some certain parts in the game that aren't going to feel smooth yet. It's going to be certain specific areas that aren't going to be, completely working correctly. But you have to understand, this game is priced at $30. It is half the price of a full AAA game. If you're going to be buying Battlefield 5, that's $60. So they're saying, hey, cut that price in half. Here's World War III for $30. This game is nowhere near close, in my mind, worth $30. Not even in the slightest. One, there's not even near enough content in this game for it to be even considered a $30 price range. It's not enough maps, it's not enough action, the quality of the gameplay is not good enough, the bugs are just overwhelming compared to the actual gameplay side. It is nothing amazing about this game that makes it $30. Now, if they cut that price and said, hey, let's drop that down to $15, I would say that's more reasonable. That would be worth it. I would say, hey, pick up this game. It's only $15, and it won't be the best experience that you can get, but it's definitely something for cheap that you can still play and enjoy. But they're really knocking this price up. I mean, $30, come on now, man. That's literally, like I just said, half the price of a AAA titled game at a typical price of $60, obviously. That's a little too absurd for me. Overall, World War III is pretty darn fun. I had a great time playing it once I kind of pushed aside the fact that it's not like Battlefield. That's what was really holding me back there, was I kept trying to play it like it was a Battlefield game when in reality it's a completely different beast. Now, this game would be rated pretty good in my opinion. Honestly, I would either rate it a 6 or 7 out of 10 if they just lowered the price, because that's where it would be at. If this game was a $15 game, at the rate that it's at right now, I'd say this is a good work in progress. It has a lot of potential. They're working up to something great. I can see them increasing the price later on if it was at $15, but that's reasonable because by the time they increase the price, the game will be up to date, the performance will be better, and it'll be worth the $30. But no, they decided, hey, let's release this really poor performance to game for $30. Let's make everybody in the world pay $30 for this game like it's some insane AAA titled game, just because they're following the hype that everybody was saying that it's almost identical replacement to Battlefield. They're running with that hype. They're running with people saying, oh, if you wanted a modern day Battlefield game, this is it. You should try it out. That's why they're smacking that $30 price range on it, because they can. Because people will probably buy it right now. But I'm telling you right now, do not get this game. It's easily a 4 or 5 out of 10 at this state. Now, it has so much potential to grow, and they are going to grow it. It's a great game. They're going to put plenty of different stuff in this game. It has potential, but right now, at this moment, it is not worth it. I would save your money, wait until the performance improves, and God, just pray. Please pray that they do not increase the price above 30. If it doesn't play similar to Battlefield, I do not want to see a higher price range of 30. Maybe 40. Maybe if the game is that much fun and has enough content. But it's just, I'm amazed that they even decided to put that $30 price range. That's what broke it for me right there. Like I said, this game would have been great. I would have rated it pretty high. But the fact that they put a $30 price tag on this game, that's just absurd. They should have never done that. That's going to ruin, that could actually possibly ruin this game. It could ruin the progress, ruin their money flow, and ruin the production that could possibly happen for this title. So they should probably drop that price really quick. Alright everybody, that sums up this video. Thank you all for stopping in, and I want to thank all the loyal fans who have actually made it to the end of this video. Without you guys, I don't even know what I would do. I love each and every one of you guys. You guys mean the world to me and this channel. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like. If you hated it, dislike. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see some more content, and also hit up my Twitter account at JBoneman. You can chat with me on there, stay updated with videos on there. Everything you can do right on there. And also, if you want to see me live stream some awesome Call of Duty or Battlefield content, you can catch me on Twitch as well, at JBoneman on there too. You can see me live stream, get some awesome games in, and just chat with me in general on there as well. But thank you guys for tuning in to another video, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out.